I like to see the global economy in terms of a number of chapters of economic development. And the first one was really the agricultural revolution, which is 12,000 years. Then came the Industrial Revolution, that was 150 years. So now comes the intelligence revolution, which looks like it's going to be 10. What I love about what we've seen in China, the first time I came to China was 1976. And then I came back in 1985 and 1995, I think. The transformation of China has been like nothing we've ever seen on the planet. And the opportunities in front of us are staggering. And what I've seen the Chinese clients of ours have done, which is, starting with manufacturing expertise. And then last time I was here, you could see logistics changing and then become a world superpower in logistics. The last time I was here, I was talking about the importance of innovating. And wow, you could see innovation all the way through the Chinese economy. Every single experience I have here in Shanghai is unique, unlike anything on the planet. So it's super exciting to see the transformation, and the speed of transformation is unparalleled. I've never seen, Singapore was fast, China's faster. I've never seen anything change like I just experienced in the last 48 hours being here in Shanghai. And I think the other exciting thing about the transformation of China is it's just at the beginning, right? Because it's one thing to get the manufacturing expertise, the supply chains ready, the logistics ready, now the innovation. But now it's really about telling the story, which I don't think is a particular strength yet, but it's telling the Chinese story to the rest of the world as a global player, right? Not even as a Chinese player, but as a real true global player, making its impact on the value propositions, the quality of life, and everything else. So anyway, it's an amazing story of transformation. That's what we do at Frost Sullivan. We study transformation, whether it's in China or Silicon Valley or Singapore or anywhere. We study what does it take to go through these transformations, because many people want to do it, but they don't understand how to do it. I think it comes down to values. When I look at the educational values that every Chinese parent drills into their children about hard work, good values, longevity, wealth, all of these, you can see that the values in this system shine. And if an economy is missing those core values of, honoring your teachers or the educational process or your contribution to society, it's really, really, really difficult. One of the things I learned by studying Chinese is the symbol for challenge or crisis is the same symbol for opportunity. And what we see now in the next chapter is perhaps the biggest opportunity ever in terms of the Chinese economy, the Chinese people, the Chinese companies. And that is, now that we've got the manufacturing expertise, the supply chain logistics expertise, even the cultural, the work ethic, all of this is, world-class levels now. The next big opportunity, I would say, is what I call telling the story, telling your story. Right, and that's the challenge of almost all CEOs, is they get up and they talk about financial results, they talk about a new product design or a merger acquisition, or they've gone IPO, and it's not really telling the story, right? So people aren't inspired by the story from a normal CEO. Those skills need to be polished, because that's what inspires people. That's what inspires the customers, the board, the investors, everybody else, because it's not even a geographic, I don't think people care anymore if it's an American company or a British company or a Chinese company. What they want to hear is the story. And the stories behind all of the products and the services I see are very inspiring, but they're not being told well. And it's the CEO's responsibility to tell those stories, right? So you may know, what a brand is, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not just saying remember the brand. Are you inspired by the brand? Are you influenced by the brand? Do you want to be part of the brand? I think that's the next big opportunity for the Chinese companies, the Chinese economy, is getting that story told in an inspiring way. It's an amazing thing going on right now with the intelligence revolution, as I call it. It's powered by AI. AI changes every single day. And so what we're very much focused on is this combination of human intelligence plus digital intelligence plus artificial intelligence, because at the end of the day, that's kind of a new DNA, right? And we're, myself and the company are very focused on the role of the CEOs and the investors in terms of where does the human fit in and how does the human sit on top of these great new tools. So I would call this kind of the new DNA, right? And it makes a significant change in the way anybody who's being educated or anybody who's a CEO, they need to look at life differently, because AI is going to be doing 80 to 90% of their old role, which means they're 100 times more effective if you focus on the human skills, right? That's the part we haven't quite figured out yet, is, because the human skills, the human interaction, the way you and I are having fun now, that's what life's all about, right? If we're replaced by robots, who cares? Doesn't make the heart glow. One of the problems that AI has right now is hallucinating. And one of the problems is every company's telling their own features and specification, and especially in some of the foods, pharmaceutical things, the research is really biased and twisted, right? And AI just takes that as an equal source. The power of a third-party independent organization, whether it's governmental or private, is it gives the customers, the investors, the employees and the partners an unbiased third-party perspective, which is the most influential. So I think AI is going to even make that more important than it's been in the past, that some independent organization is calling the shots on that. So I think certainly AI speeds up the research, makes a lot of what we used to do. It's done much quicker, better, faster. But the independence of the perspective, whether it's a rating agency or a voice of customer perspective or a competitive benchmarking perspective, I think the value of that's going to go straight up in the future. When we got started 65 years ago, we were very focused on finding disruptive, innovative opportunities that companies around the world could take advantage of, whether it was a new business model or a technology, but that's what our fuel was, identifying new growth opportunities. And we do research on those, and we'd work with clients around the world. I think in the future, the most important part of our why is going to be helping people get ready for the future, especially when we're going through this massive transformation, called the intelligence revolution, where education is changing, healthcare is changing, every single thing that touches your and my life is going to get turned inside out. So our value proposition now is getting people ready for the future, right? Whether it's a CEO or your career or your educational institution or your company, it's getting them ready for the future. Now, in terms of Chinese companies, I don't wake up in the morning and think German companies, Chinese companies. We just look at our clientele, and the Chinese have a very powerful role now, right? They're involved everywhere, and it's going to get bigger and better, right? So, especially what's going on here in China, in terms of the investment expertise, the innovation coming through, everything's there except the brand. We see that working closer with the Chinese companies on how they transform industries, how they transform the customer value proposition, the customer experience. People aren't hearing that yet, right? And so part of our role is continue and help all companies be prepared for the future no matter what happens. And then the other one is, how do we communicate it more effectively to the world? When everybody's working closely with our, when we're not looking at everybody as a competitor or, win-lose situations, Because I would have to say, between my own country and China, it's been a powerful win-win, right? I just see the positive parts, and it's mind-blowing how great it is.